Hey, this is Allison.
And this is Nina.
And this is Chaotic Good, your anything but neutral reality TV podcast.
And today we are recapping Survivor Season 49, Episode 9. If you're loyal to all, you're loyal to none.
Loyal to none.
And we're coming at you still from Jaipur, India.
Wow. We are, in a way, hanging on by a thread. But the journey to the next phase of this trip has not even begun yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing great. So we recorded a full ass podcast for y'all for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We mind melded in a moment and
It was
really
beautiful.
Discovered something. We uncovered something about Bronwyn's real plans for Todd. If you're listening to this and you don't watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, consider this, a message that it's time
That
to.
is time. I think, clock in. It's
Clock
time.
in. It's good. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen in the zeitgeist, people are starting to talk about it.
Yeah, just think of it as like Game of Thrones. Like, I'm sure half of y'all didn't actually like that show, but you were just watching it so you could talk to your coworker about it. Like, this is that show. I'm gonna need you to watch it I'm gonna need the same fervor that people had for Game of Thrones
For Real Housewives
of Salt Lake City. It's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same.
Anyway, we record this whole podcast. I'm feeling very proud of ourselves because we record it between, we have literally a single 2-hour break between our itinerary because we were booked and busy on this trip. And we're like, okay, we're going to knock out this. And then we're moving on to the next thing. Bam, bam, boomy.
Yeah. Did a whole little setup. Looked great.
Yeah,
I feel
looks really good.
Yeah, we had great lighting. We put our beds together. We're laying in bed, chit-chatting about one of our favorite TV shows. Was I having a snot attack? Yes, I was. But I still felt like it was a great episode.
Even with boogers dripping down Nina's face.
Allison was right here. She could see the detail.
I would have to be looking her in the eyes and nodding and being like, yes, sweetie, keep talking. And I just see this booger starting to slowly roll out of her face. And I'm like, I can't bring this up. I can't let her lose her stride. Anyway, all that to say, that episode got fucked. Got scrapped.
Doesn't matter. All of that we just said doesn't matter.
Literally irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because two things happened. The video cut out 40, 30 minutes before we ended recording. So that would suck for people who watch us on YouTube. And then even worse.
The worst thing of all, actually.
This queen pointing at myself. This icon pointing at myself. My audio didn't record.
At all, y'all.
And so actually, as we're saying this, I'm going to just check on the computer right now. Yep, both of our audios are recording. Sorry, now I'm paranoid about it.
Yeah. You're looking a little bit behind the curtain a little bit here. Us figuring this out.
My
in real
Wizard
time.
of Oz self. We had a 5-hour drive back to Jaipur, and I was like, I'm gonna be that girl. I'm gonna open up that laptop, and I'm gonna get editing underway. Gonna get this shit uploaded, and then I had to just cancel those plans.
It was
and I had to just sit on a car ride and act like I'm on vacation and not working on this project. Which I was like, I hate this.
Yeah, I hate this. Thankfully, there was Roni season 7.
Yes, I have Real Housewives of New York downloaded on my phone right now, and that actually saved my mental psyche.
Yes.
These women really lift me up. These survivors also lift me up, of course. So last night we watched the episode from a different hotel bed with another round of takeout or room service, and we were able to watch the show.
It was
and so
wonderful.
we are so excited to recap this. But first, Nina, let me ask you.
Oh my gosh.
Officially.
Oh my gosh, what are you gonna ask? What are you gonna
How
ask?
are you aligned?
Allison, I'm feeling chaotic good. Because I'm honestly just going to bring up the same thing I talked about in the last episode, which will never be seen, which is lost in the ether, which is that I feel like being in India now for a little bit more than a week, India to me, at least the big cities that we've been in, feels very chaotic good. It just feels there is so much chaos. There's so many people and there's so much noise and color and so many different flavors and smells, and there's it's all hitting you at once. It is to
the point that our little bodies can hardly take it.
I mean, my body's kind of falling apart right before your eyes. As you can see, I'm trying to keep my coughs in. But hey, at least you're not seeing snot truly dripping down my neck. But it truly feels like a once in a lifetime experience. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited. And we've been meeting so many amazing people. We have an amazing tour guide who has truly, I think maybe we were talking about what our highlights were of this trip. I think he's honestly my highlight. He's truly spoiling us, treating us like princesses.
Truly.
Just being so thoughtful and taking us to all these amazing places and the things he tells us, and just very much is like, and also is very aware of like, okay, like what are y'all comfortable with? Like we could do this walk or this tour, but hey, if y'all aren't feeling it, like we can go back to the hotel. If y'all actually want to shop, I know where all the good shops are, so we can do that. So that's been so wonderful.
Be careful, watch your step.
Be careful, watch your step.
Should we stop for sweets?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Diet Coke, water, Diet Coke. Anybody?
Is anyone hungry? Can I get anyone anything? If anyone has any
masala chai. Anybody? It's just, he's a delight. And one of the best things that he's done is that he one afternoon like brought us into his family home with his wife and sister and his kids, and I think maybe his like mother-in-law. And that afternoon was so amazing, so delightful. They dressed us up in saris.
Yes.
And we felt like, again, like little princesses. I made the comment that the photos that Allison and I took together in our dresses, I truly felt like they were like engagement photos.
We're like touching each other's knees. We're like laughing. We're giggling. We're laughing.
Looking into each other's eyes.
We got into an arranged marriage
we did.
on this trip, and we're together, but we have the arrangement. See, this would really align so well if we were recapping Salt Lake City, but it's irrelevant to you. Anyway, our arrangement is that Nina and I are married, but we actually have other like real romantic partners like on the side. Yeah. But like this is a marriage in a podcast.
In and of itself. Yeah, and the podcast is our baby that we co-parent.
It is our baby.
But before entering the home, they did this like essentially like this small like ceremony as a sort of like blessing us like entering their home, which was they like gave us a red bindi. They like had rice that they put on our foreheads and like threw on top of us, and that's supposed to mean I think like prosperity.
Yeah, it's like we have like the wealth of like food, like we have like, you know, anyway, we have like enough to host you, and so you like put it on your forehead and then you like throw it over your head.
And then the final thing is that they give you like a little piece of ginger, but they essentially
it's like a sweet.
Yeah, and she's like feeding it to you. I think it was his sister.
Yes, and it means giving sweetness in life, and you hope like this person is bringing sweetness, and you're given sweetness, and it's just a really
beautiful. I mean, the whole thing is very beautiful. And it was such an honor to be a part of that. What I experienced and what I did though, it leaned a little bit more towards chaotic evil because so I saw what was happening. We were like in a line as this was going on, and I saw the girls in front of me, and I saw, I'm like, oh,
so they place the sweet in your mouth.
And I'm not a religious person. I've never taken communion. So I just like I really was like really getting in my head about
it in your head. Like
I was
how
rehearsing
it's
it in my head. And I think I was thinking like, oh great, I'll just like put my teeth out, I guess, and they'll just like place it between my teeth, and I'll just like just grab it. Like our good friend Katie, she has a great dog named Fitz, who every time she gives him a treat, she just says like gentle, and he just like just like gets his teeth out and just like lightly grabs the treat. So that was pretty much my mentality while I was getting closer and closer. And I'm not joking or using hyperbole when I say that I almost bit this woman's finger off. And it was obvious, and she could tell, and she yelped a little bit, and we both laughed like, oh my god, isn't that crazy? Oh my god, I just like bit your finger, crazy. But I hit like, I mean, it was. If you're watching video,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, that. If you're watching the YouTube,
I was already in the house because I accepted the sweet with no problemo on my end, and then I like heard the hullabaloo. I was I was like making fun of Nina, like ha ha ha, and then later, like when we were recapping this yesterday or the day before, whatever the days are.
Oh my god, whatever the days are, yeah.
I was like, oh, it wasn't that bad, and you're like, no,
it was bad.
I was like, did you like feel the bone of her finger?
And yes,
I sure did.
I sure did. So I was telling Allison, I'm like, well, I don't know what that means. I wonder if that's like a bad omen on my part. Like
you're bringing
like
in
I wonder
someone
if that
very bad.
Exactly. Like, I wonder if that happened and she thought maybe she was too polite to say anything, but I wonder if she thought like, oh no, I shouldn't let this person into our home. I did feel like a white devil entering their household, and I felt like an omen. I was like, oh, and it felt really, I mean, did they say anything? Absolutely not. They were so kind. We were there the rest of the afternoon.
They probably had to do like a spell after you left.
I think they did. I just wouldn't be surprised.
Like do some, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they said something for me afterwards. Like, keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her.
I think
don't let her into any temples, like that sort of thing.
I think you're an omen for good, always.
Oh my gosh, I sure hope so. But I just needed to retell that story. If that was in the last podcast. So I wasn't gonna let myself off the hook that easily.
No, I needed this broadcasted.
Yes, everyone needs to know. And another thing that people need to know is, Allison, how are you aligned today?
I am aligned. Okay, so us losing that last podcast, chaotic evil, duh. Yeah. We already recapped that. But I would say this trip, lawful good. Mm-hmm. Because it has just been a really great trip. It has been. I'm just going to I'm going to just fire off a few things that I've loved about this trip. Oh, so let's go. I love Indian food.
Yes.
So you listening may be like, duh, Indian food is great. You didn't know? No, I didn't. I was hiding. I'm 30 something years old, and I did not realize.
Our town doesn't have it. Sorry.
Really, we might need to go hunting. It's not. We don't obviously have it, is what I'll say. But we're gonna start looking for it. Yeah. But it's like it's not something that my family or my husband and I, we don't like just go. We just don't naturally cook it. Mm-hmm. At the grocery stores, if I see something like a canned something, I don't really know how to approach it. If it's like Indian, we don't really have an Indian like restaurant as I know of in town. So it's like, in theory, sure, I've had Indian before and I like it, but it like doesn't even like cross my mind when I think of like food I love. Yeah. And oh my God, I love this food. Well, it's like everything I love in life is bold and complex. Bold colors and then complex thing. It's like bold life, bold personality, bold colors, bold expression. That's me. And then the complexity is like the work that I do, everything. And I was like, I want anyway. And that's how I feel like the food is. And so now I'm freaking obsessed with Indian food, and I can't wait. I'm bringing some spices home. And I can't wait to cook more Indian food in my life. Yes. So that's plus. Another thing is, just all the opportunities to we came with a travel group, and the amazing thing about that is that India is very chaotic and intimidating, and it felt hard to be able to wrap our heads around planning this trip on our own. So we had an amazing guide, as Nita just mentioned, but that also allowed us to meet like so many people that we would not have been able to meet, enter people's homes, sit and have masala chai with everybody, meet so many artisans. Because if you didn't know this, I'm just going to remind you, everything in this world is handmade. Yes. And I feel like the connotation of handmade is if it's made by a white person in America. Exactly. It's handmade. But what we have seen so much of during our travels is like all of the work that goes into all of the shit we have in our lives and have in our homes, whether it is like the finest materials, the finest things, the most expensive things that you'll see like in the fashion houses of Paris and New York City.
I love that you gave New York City a French accent.
New York City, London, Paris. That shit's made in India. The stuff that we see probably on a Walmart shelf.
I was going to say, like, India. A washcloth that you exactly
a washcloth,
see
a
in
bowl,
Walmart. Like,
a fork, you know, a bangle, a bracelet. And it's all being made here. Fun fact, too, it's not always all made in, like, factories. It's, like, made in, like, people's homes where, like, their whole family, it's, like, their whole family, they're, like, we dye cloth. And that's what we do. And it's like,
and it's generations of our family dyeing cloth. It's generations of our family making like ceramics.
Yes. Generations of our family doing metals. And they do it all from their home. And I'm like, I don't know how the whole global commerce works, but I feel like I really got to see a look into that and see what that is like realistically, which is like, it is beautiful. The items are beautiful. Also, a lot of times their lives are really tough, and there's like obviously like challenges with infrastructure and you know, a lot of things that we take for granted in our lives. And so I just really loved the opportunity to spend time with people. Speaking of items, speaking of things, the shopping's really good. The shopping was so good. Oh my gosh, because
and so much fun.
Because I make websites for a living, and I have to just like sit on my computer looking at websites all day. A lot of them are e-commerce sites. Love the work that I do, but when I'm not working, I want to close that laptop. I don't want to scroll through a site. I don't want to scroll through like, you know, 600, you know, puffy sleeve blouses and then pick the puffy sleeve blouse for me. Don't make me do that. I don't want to
Don't make her do that, guys. Stop it.
So I'm not really much of a shopper. I'm not really that much of an online shopper. However, here. Oh my gosh. Wow. You go into the store. They say, come sit. They have like a living room. Like set up in their store. More of those, please.
Yes.
More of
places
those.
To sit. Yeah, more places to sit.
So they're like, oh, no, just sit. And then it's like, can I show you like what I do? I'm like, of course.
Oh my God, of course.
Show me. And then they do a little demo. They're like, oh, okay, so this is how we make this. We pull things over here. And then you get this whole demo. And they're like, yeah, and these are what we sell, and these are the prices, and just kind of take a look around. And then it's like, then we start browsing the store. The masala chai comes out.
Oh my gosh, when the masala chai comes out, that's the best.
And then we're like sipping on tea. I'm like touching things. I'm trying things on. We're like, you know, we're like chit chatting, we're giggling, and then eventually, I do end up buying stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just like, I like that.
It's wonderful. It feels very like old timey. It feels very like what department stores used to be.
Yeah, because I feel like I still do in-person shopping in America, but what we're missing is the kiki, the hang. It's like, let's take our time.
Yeah, like it's an event. Like it's a hang to go shopping, and now I don't know. No, it's not that.
And
not really.
And I mean, we are very much coming in as like kind of an established group, and we have a guide, so maybe like that's why we're getting this like amazing treatment. And maybe if I come in like on my own to a store, that wouldn't have happened. Or maybe I bet it still would. I bet it still would.
I think it would.
What I would love for stores is to just have like a living room atmosphere.
Yes, like it's like the vibe of like you're coming into someone's like. Maybe like studio.
Yes.
And where they like because again, what we said a lot of times, like that is where they make the.
And I bet a lot of Americans don't want to put up with that shit. They're like, no,
I just want to go in, grab what I want.
I don't want people talking to me. I don't want to do this. You know, and it's like, get over yourself.
I can't with that.
Block out more time and just like stay long enough that you can have a full conversation and a cup of tea.
Yeah, with the people that like make your stuff. Because then. I don't know. Just like maybe the concept of like, maybe if you know like the people that make the things that you love, or I don't know. It's a different appreciation.
Or even if they didn't make it themselves, it's like the people who open this business that exists in your community, and they are like paying rent and utilities and employees and everything so that you can have something in your own community. Spend time with them.
It's beautiful.
Anyway.
It was beautiful.
So that's my lawful good.
Oh, I love it. Well, should we, now that we've talked about our trip to India, which we are wrapping up in just a mere few hours.
Exactly.
Should we recap some Survivor?
Let's recap
Let's freaking do this.
Freaking Survivor. Okay, so
all right, let's start with the elimination.
Yes,
let's do
the
this.
elimination is Alex got voted out.
Yes, he did.
Were you surprised?
To be totally honest, when I saw the title of the episode, I wasn't surprised. I think the title gives it away because the entire season, Alex's whole strategy was to play both sides,
play the middle,
or exactly play the middle as much as possible, and like chit-chatting with everybody. Everybody likes him. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He seems like someone that people like can easily get along with. And so that has been his strategy from day one. So when I saw the title of the episode, I was like, oh my God, it's Alex. There's no other way. There's no other option. I wanted there to be other options. I would have.
So before this episode, I really did just count Alex as safe.
Yes.
I was kind of like default safe.
Oh yeah.
And then, yes, we saw the episode of the title of the episode.
Yeah.
And that did kind of give it away. And then we saw the tidal wave of, Sophie with an E flipping.
Yes.
That was a big deal. Also Jawan and Sage, like very much entertaining these conversations and getting into deep conversations with Rizo, Savannah, and Sophie with an I. I think overall Alex did play a good game.
Yeah,
and
I thought so too.
It's almost Rizzo had the surprising target of Alex. I didn't see that coming.
No.
And so, and Alex obviously didn't see that coming. I bet he thought he was safe for another couple votes. Rizzo made him his target, and
when Rizzo makes you his target, bye-bye, buddies. Like, that's it. Yeah.
He whips those votes. He did it last week for Miss MC.
Which I will never forgive him for, even though I can, it's been some time. I've had time. My wounds have healed. Not fully though. So I mean, he's got game. He is playing these players like a fiddle. Like this 25-year-old, like scrawny kid with his idol is like, it is like steering the game. Yeah. And they're fully letting him.
He seemed at the beginning of this episode, like shocked that he was able to mastermind that vote where he did not have to play his idol. MC got out. He's like, wow, how did I convince them all of that? So yeah, Rizzo, it's interesting because Christina started this episode being like, Rizzo has got to go. Yeah. Rizzo or Savannah have got to go. One of those.
That's a dangerous duo. They've got to go. Yeah.
And then when Savannah won the immunity challenge, it was like, okay, Rizzo, and then the secondary vote if he plays his idol, Sophie. Yeah. And that was like, Christina's like, yeah, duh. And Steven was on board with that. Yeah. Alex was on board with that.
I think Sage was maybe on board with that also.
But she ended up voting.
I know.
With she kept with her buddy Jawan.
Yep.
And did not go with that plan. So what do you think about the perspective of not trying to flush out Rizzo's idol? Because Sophie with an E set up tribal council. It's almost like the devil you know.
Oh, interesting.
It's like this. There, some people are almost phrasing it as like this comfort of they know, at least they know where the idol is.
Yeah. I don't know. As a viewer, it's not fun to just like have somebody have the idol and it's just there and other people can't find it. Like it doesn't go back in the jungle. I'm kind of like boohoo, I don't like this. Also don't like, again, I don't know, it's like this weird mind game of like, what are y'all doing? Like flush it. Like, I don't know. I think it's also from watching the game, being a viewer and seeing how well Rizzo is playing. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they're thinking, the opposite. I wonder if they're thinking that Rizzo isn't playing a good game. So they're like, let him keep the idol. keep him around? Because I think you mentioned to me.
So
okay, why don't you tell that story?
Yes, I mentioned I was thinking of Xander from season 41. So he had an idol pretty much around merge time, and then had an idol and went all the way to the final 3 tribal council.
Exactly.
He was a 0 vote finalist, and after later in interviews and stuff, they mentioned like, oh yeah, we didn't, because the people were asking like, oh, why didn't you target Xander earlier? He had that idol. It's like you guys were targeting him because of the idol, and then all of a sudden that conversation left the room.
Yeah.
It wasn't relevant anymore. What was up with that? And they're like, he was this. We were never gonna vote for him at tribal council because I think they kind of saw him as this like young guy that they couldn't take seriously. I would say for Survivor winners, kind of the classic thing is if you're very young, people are like, I'm not giving you $1 million.
Yeah.
I'm giving those hard-working middle-aged people $1 million.
Yeah, they've earned it.
But then you get too old.
Oh,
on another
right.
spectrum, you get too old, and they're like, "I'm not giving $1 million to my mom."
Yeah,
or the mom role
to my grandma. Yeah, what did she do?
So it's almost like that sweet middle is like people in their 30s and 40s, and I would say like earlier 40s are the ones who most commonly win the game and get the votes in the end. So yes, I have been wondering, are these people not taking Rizzo seriously, and they're just kind of like, at least we know where that idol is.
Exactly. And and maybe it's like they would rather Rizzo have the idol than the possibility of someone that they find even more dangerous getting that idol. Yeah. So in that sense, in that strategy, I'm like, okay, I understand that. I can kind of see that. But again, Rizzo is playing a good game. He is messing with these people. He is wheeling and dealing, moving and grooving. And I think he's got, if he ends up at the final 3, I think he's got, so far he's got a really good case on his hands to win the whole thing.
He does. And he's a very good speaker himself.
Yeah.
Do you think Sage and Jawan made the right choice by voting with Rizzo, Savannah, Sophi, and Sophie?
Oh gosh, I mean maybe, because maybe that leads the way for them to blindside them later in the game. But I wonder, would they even have had? Okay, if Sage and Jawan went and voted for Rizzo,
yes, I have this. I have this mapped out.
Yeah, exactly. Would they even have had the numbers exactly? So I'm kind of like,
I got you, girl.
Thank you.
So if Jawan and Sage had voted, let's say if they voted on Rizzo or Sophie or something like that, or even maybe Savannah didn't win tribal council after them and voted for one of them, I believe Alex would have voted with them. And would have been Alex, Jawan, Sage, Christina, and Steven. Okay. That's 5 people voting against Rizzo, Savannah, Sophie, and Sophie. Because I do think, we'll get to it, but I do think by default, Sophie was going to flip to them this episode.
Yeah.
After everything she's gotten through this season, I see that. So,
and the way she's fully, if we're talking about original Uli, original Hina, Sophie was at the bottom of the Hina alliance, and it became extremely clear to her at the beginning of this episode when they got back from tribal council from MC being kicked out of the show.
But yeah, we'll get more into that.
Oh yeah, we'll get more into that. But yeah. So yes, it was very clear that she was gonna flip.
On paper, that would have been 5 against 4, which I would say at that point you cannot split the vote. So they would have had to put all the votes on one person. The other thing is that Savannah has that extra vote, so then it could have been 5 against 5, a tied. What would happen on the revote? So I do think overall, Sage and Jawan, I don't think they made the right call because...
Okay, so yeah, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Because I think, I bet in their minds, they're like, okay, if we play with them, we're not on the next we're not the next on the chopping block. Yeah. That's Christina or Steven.
Gotcha.
But I think they're underestimating who Rizzo points his target at.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't an...
Which might be them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if I think Rizzo going into the next vote, I would personally recommend that he points his target at Sage or Steven. Because I think Steven is a threat for maybe pulling a Jawan and Sage back on his side. He definitely has Christina in his pocket. I feel like he has that like glue factor that could make Rizzo, Savannah, and Sophie back in the minority. Yeah. And then for Sage, I also think like Sage is the kind of person who she's trying to like not control the votes, but if she could control the votes, she'd be getting your ass out. Okay, so I think those are the two he needs to focus on, because I think Christina in general is less of a threat with just how her strategy and gameplay is in general. And then I think Jawan also kind of has puppy dog eyes for like whoever he on. Jawan is such a sweet guy. Yeah. But I feel like it's like he gets this like alliance with someone and he's like, we're together. Yeah. Tell me what to do. Exactly. And that's who he is with Sage right now. But I feel like I just think Jawan is malleable. He's a little gullible. Extremely malleable. So I feel
anybody like can tell if it truly feels like anybody tells him anything and he just believes it. Yeah. Immediately, just right off the bat. He's sorry.
Like, no, they said that for real. And
Are you serious? Are you for real? And it's like, oh my God, buddy.
Yeah. So I think, especially for Sage, I don't know if they made the right choice. Do you think Alex was the right target? Ooh. From Rizzo's point of view / Savannah Sophi, from that little cohort.
Maybe. Just because he was just like another malleable player. Maybe because he was
because he was playing the middle.
Yeah, maybe because he didn't show any I don't know, strong loyalty to them. Then maybe they wanted to get him out because they maybe didn't feel like they could rely on him for votes or to be on their side.
And like information being leaked to the other side. So it's like, whatever we say to you, we're just going to assume you're going to go have a little conversation at the beach with somebody else. So you almost can't plan some kind of secret vote blindside with him voting with you guys because it's just that information is going to get out by default. Yeah. I mean,
what do you think? I don't know, because I'm trying to think as far as...
So other people on the board so the most obvious people they could have targeted would have been Steven or Christina. Steven won immunity this episode in the little Pilates challenge that they had.
Oh my gosh, which I loved, right. So I don't know who brought it up, but someone was like, Steven, why don't you give us some space facts so we can get our minds off of this? And he does.
He rattled off quite a few.
And it was a really sweet moment.
It was really sweet. He brought up space again in tribal council, saying it's like a communication breakdown and you've got mission control and da-da-da-da-da. So the most obvious targets would have been Steven, but Steven's not available, or Christina, which is like...
Exactly. It's
I feel like Christina at this point could get to final tribal council, and I don't think she'd win.
Not at all. Sorry, y'all. Not at all. Not the game we've seen so far.
She is a very lovely lady. We'll get to what the sacrifice she made at the reward challenge, but no, she's a lovely lady. But yeah, I could see that being the case. So they went for Alex, which I would say is maybe the safer option, because the other thing would be like to do the bold thing of Jawan or Sage. Yeah. Because Jawan and Sage did vote with them for the MC vote. Yeah. So they have a little bit of a voting record, but they got Nate out, and you weren't in on that. So, So yeah, I think overall Alex was a good target, because I think it could have been hard to get Sage or Jawan out at this point. Well, they would have had 4. They would have Rizzo, Savannah, Sophie, and Sophie. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't have had Steven and Christina. They could have maybe have gotten Alex instead. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they could have. And they could have gotten Jawan or Sage out. Ideally for them, probably Sage. But I think they're still really kind of working with them like it's a valid thing.
Do you think it's just like Uli, just like
I think it's original Uli. I think it's them feeling like the minority underdogs after the first merge vote with Nate being voted out. Like they almost feel like, okay, we have to like work with somebody we know because we're on the bottom. But obviously, it feels like they're not on the bottom at all.
No, it feels like they're running the game.
Yeah, driver's seat, baby.
Well. Yeah,
driver's seat, baby. So something I was thinking about with this episode is the need, the requirement, the hunger, the thirst for splitting the vote.
Yes.
The split vote demise. Yeah. Because if they hadn't split that vote, I feel like there was more of a chance of really getting like putting the votes on Rizzo and Rizzo. Because we all knew he wasn't playing that damn idol.
Come on. Of course he wasn't.
I mean, as in like the viewers knew. Yeah. But yeah, it's all. So if they had all put all of their votes on. Okay, like let's say they put all of their votes on. I know I mapped this out. Okay, let's say I did. If they put them all on Rizzo, they would have had 5 votes on Rizzo versus their 4 votes on someone else. Savannah maybe not knowing that she needed to play her extra vote, etc. I'm saying Sophie by default being that like 4th person. Yeah. But the thing is like if with them having a 4-person voting block, you can't split if you only have 5. If it's 5 against 4, you can't split at that point. Of course, these lines are murky because they think Sophie is with them. They even it appears to think they think Sophie is with them because Christina.
Oh my gosh, Christina is fully out here telling Sophie like her plans, her dealings.
She's like, yeah, we're thinking about getting Savannah out.
Yeah, we're
so like if Savannah doesn't want the immunity. We're gonna put votes on like Rizzo, and then the secondary would be Savannah. I'm like,
Christina. Those are hers. That's Sophie's strongest alliance. Are those two? Why are you talking to her like this? This is crazy. Yeah. It really. I'm like, and again, I'm not there. So again, take this with a grain of salt. But like the self-awareness.
I think it's probably pretty flippin' obvious that Sophie and Savannah are close. Yeah. Also, Christina had never been on a tribe with Sophie, even pre-merge.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like they don't have like really any history with each other post-merge. And they have not voted. She hasn't voted with her people before either. So I'm like, Christina.
Girl.
I'm sure Sophie is batting her lashes, is being really sweet, and you just want to like tell her the plan because you just like her and you think, and she says she wants to work with you, that type of thing. Yeah. So I feel like my thought that I have swirling in my head about the split vote demise is that the whole reason of the split vote is so that if Rizzo plays the idol, who has the next most votes, it's not you. Yeah. Or it's not someone on your alliance that you need to be voting with going forward. Exactly. However, like it's almost like the I'm just laughing right now because
there's an Indian wedding happening in this hotel that we're staying at.
Literally outside our door there is an Indian wedding.
And we're specifying Indian wedding because it is like it is so wild. It is like it's again, like bright colors, like ostentatious decorations. It's like they've created a hall. It's outside, but they've somehow created a hallway with like hanging chandeliers. Yeah. There's like string lights everywhere, and of course, there is just like music blast. And I'm sure if we looked out the window, there would be like dancers and like a whole like rehearsed thing happening. So if you're catching any of that sound, that's what's happening right outside the door.
We coming to you live from Jaipur, India.
Yes.
A lot of people are getting married today. It's Saturday.
Yes.
And I have seen just like driving around and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
So many wedding decorations are
Yes.
up. People are dancing literally in the street about their weddings.
Stopping traffic. It's wonderful, actually.
It's really, really sweet. And I hope all these people have just like incredible, loving marriages. And it all works out for everybody.
Yes.
Who it's not going to work out for is all of these Survivor players except for the final winner.
Yeah.
The thought I have swirling around in my head is like when you play your shot in the dark, you take this risk. You say, I'm not going to vote. I'm going to just do this Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And I am going to just, play this shot in the dark. Or on the flip side, people being like, you know what? We are not going to make this person feel comfortable. We're not going to give them a fake name. They are probably going to play their shot in the dark. And what if it did hit? Like, we're going to take that risk because we don't want, we want to make it really freaking clear that we're not working with this person and not somehow make a second plan develop that actually goes through. Yeah. And it's like, is the risk worth it? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we're playing Survivor, baby.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I feel like you shoot yourself in the foot.
I think we've talked talked about it in the past where like sometimes people are too like
they're wanting to just like make it perfectly fit.
Like they are like, again, they're fans of the show. I understand. And I think it's like, well, that's what you do. Well, we're on Survivor, so obviously the best strategy is to split the vote because splitting the vote, however many seasons ago was the move, and it was the thing that like won you.
And we have to give every person.
And now every single time a split vote, are we for real? It feels, you're right. It truly feels like every single tribal council. It's like almost.
Well, your numbers get so low that
what are we doing here?
The margin of error is so close. One person flips.
Yeah.
And you screwed. No, I think it's the thinking of like, do you always have to, if someone's like, who's the name? And you always give a name. What if you're like, I'm not giving you a name. I'm telling you jack shit.
Yeah.
And oh, you feel uncomfortable now? Cool. I don't care.
Yeah. That sucks.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can obviously play nicer than that, but the thinking of like, I'm not going to say a second name. I'm not going to make them feel comfortable. And get to tribal council and see what, drawing a line in the sand.
Yes.
So that's just some things I'm considering. What did you think about Sophie flipping?
I mean, I figured when I was starting to say this earlier, when they got back from the previous tribal council, when they voted MC out, and right, so they returned back to the tribe, back to camp, and right, Christina, Steven, like they're asking, where's MC? Where's MC at? Which is what I'm always asking now, from now on.
Where's MC
every episode? Where's MC? Hope she's okay. And they tell like, she got voted out. I mean, especially again, Christina has no poker face. Just immediately, just like, what? Huh? And it's fully like, and Sophie. I mean, she doesn't say that. I was about to say she didn't, but she might as well have. Like Sophie.
How did that happen? I'm so surprised.
What? That's crazy. And all y'all came back. Like, just it. I mean, it was very obvious, and Sophie like read the room that like. Oh, like she's talking about me. She's saying like she can't believe that I'm still here, and she's talked about this for a while. I feel like in previous episodes where she's felt like she's in the bottom of the original Hina alliance, and I mean, and she's not wrong. So I think them going back to camp and.
She says honestly,
Christina freaking out about MC.
She's ready to play Sophie Segretti Survivor.
That's right, where she
says,
about herself.
I'm done playing with my freshman floor friends.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's time to move on. Yeah, it's time to make some new alliances. And she connects with what is it? Yeah, Rizo, Savannah, and Sophie. Yeah, the two
Sophie squared. Sophie squared.
Yeah, Sophie squared.
No, my opinion on that is good for you.
I know. Yes.
Good
called,
for you.
Okay, that's called self-respect.
Yeah.
Like, you're seeing that the people you're working with are, like, not really taking you into account. Then, yeah, you need to move on. And that's also part of this game. Like, you gotta, like, okay, this alliance isn't really working for me. So I gotta, okay, let me check what's going on over here.
You zig, I zag.
Okay, let's go over here. Let me see. Yeah, which is interesting because it's
I think,
different
was
than what
it
Alex
Steven
did.
in this episode that made some kind of, like, diss at her that she has no game awareness?
Oh my gosh, was it?
I feel like that. Anyway, I just remembered that.
Oh my gosh.
Because he's like, oh, she doesn't even realize that she was the one. Oh, yes. He said,
this is coming back to me.
He said, oh, she doesn't even realize that when we were, at our reward last episode, we all thought it was going to be her going out and not MC, and that, we're all, like, willing to, like, throw her out of the game, and she lacks game awareness. I'm like, well, no.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Some of you other people do.
Exactly. So, no, I completely support Sophie's choice, and I think she's going to be voting with Rizzo, Savannah, and Sophie for at least another vote. Like, I'm considering the four of them kind of on lock for a minute.
Which is interesting because...
Oh, yes.
Can I talk about this?
Yeah.
About the challenge?
Yeah.
So during the immunity challenge, the way that it worked out was that there was going to be two immunity idols, one for, like, the last man standing, one for the last woman standing. And it was they had to, like, hold something up, like a disc with, like, their feet on it or something. And
which, yes, I will say, I immediately saw that
MC would have killed it.
MC would have killed it. Any citizen of India would have killed it
easily,
because
like, they would have been there for hours. They would have been there all day.
They would have won it hands down, because so many people are just sitting on the back of, like, mopeds and bikes and, like, motorcycles and stuff,
holding themselves
and they're
up.
Just, like, women, like, sit side saddle with their hands in their lap, and they just are, like, sitting so prim, so proper.
Or sometimes holding, like, big things, like sometimes holding, like, baskets or backpacks, bowls, like, just, like, hay, just, like, all this random stuff, and still, like, holding themselves up. I mean, I haven't seen anybody hold on. I haven't been seeing anybody, like, hold on to, like, the person in front of them or to, like, a bar or anything.
No.
Yeah, they're just sheer,
like, sheer
strength.
core power. Yeah. So anyway, yes.
Yes,
for the female immunity idol win, it ends with Savannah versus Sophie showdown
again, which is what happened the previous episode. And I mean, they're holding it up there for what, like 20, 30, almost like 40 minutes. And Savannah, like, just, like, looks over to Sophie and just says, I'm not even tired. I'm not even shaking. So do you want
I'm not
like,
going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. So... And I'm just like, and one part of me is just like, hey, the smack talk works. Like, you're getting into somebody's head. Like,
the way it was edited is that it did work, because I think at this point Sophie is shaken a little bit.
Yeah,
the strain is visible on her face. It is true. Savannah was.
Savannah did look very composed.
Composed, very rock solid.
Yeah.
It was true. So I think Sophie sees that and is like, oh shit, she's right. She's right. You're going to drop. Don't drop. But you're gonna. You can't last that long. And then you drop. No, it gets in your head. I asked Nina last night what she thought of Savannah's choice to do that.
And I didn't think about it. I mean, I just thought it was, like, so mean girl of her to do that.
Just bad sportsmanship.
It's extremely bad sportsmanship. And, like, I didn't even think about, like, exactly what you just said, where it's like, oh yeah, Sophie's, like, a person that I think, like, Savannah, Rizzo, and Sophie actually, like, do want on their side for numbers.
I think especially Rizzo sees Sophie as a really good number, because he's like, oh my gosh, they are, throwing her under the bus. We don't want to do that dirty work. Why take out these people against us? Trash. I'll take her in myself, type of thing.
Exactly.
So maybe Savannah isn't really seeing that. I think, Savannah obviously wanted to win the immunity again, because I think if she didn't win the immunity,
and she'd win her in a shopping block. Yes,
absolutely. No, but it's like that. Yeah, I guess at that point, it's like Sophie could be, like, your homie.
You're
so on a good number.
And we brought up like other previous seasons where other people like maybe not used
I can
smack
give
talk
yes,
to like
I can
get into
give an
people's heads.
example.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of Miss Parvati Shallow.
Yes, our queen.
I said 2. Did you record that? I said 2-time Survivor winner.
That's right.
That's right. She, in challenges, she would have dominated this challenge as well.
Easily.
But what she'll do is she'll be like, I'm not going anywhere. I feel great. I'm not even sweating. And you look at her and you're like, yeah, she's doing great. But what she'll say is like, hey, I need this. If you drop, I promise I won't like put I will not put your name out, or if I hear your name, I'm going to let you know, or, you know, you drop now, but next challenge, if we come into a showdown,
I will drop.
I will drop.
Like she's very much like, hey, let's barter. Like, hey, let's talk.
She's like, let's negotiate. She like makes it like an alliance possibility moment. She did that in Australia versus the World recently when she was competing against Cass, and it worked.
Yes.
It worked.
And I feel like Savannah could have done that. I feel like Savannah could have
and been like, I need this.
So like, Sophie, I'm so serious. Like, I am hearing my name. They're gonna vote me out.
I need this.
I really need this. And
we've already had some good chats.
Talk?
Like, I got you. Like, we're gonna work together. I mean, she could like whisper this shit. The other people wouldn't hear.
Yes,
the mics would get it. We would get that delicious little sound bite.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
I just
a couple people have said Mean Girl.
I just think Savannah can't help herself.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Like, and I really think she can't. Like, I know the Mean Girl allegations, like
Christina said Mean Girl this episode.
Well, and then
Sage had said Mean Girl the previous episode.
And then Savannah still doesn't help her case when she wins like the immunity idol. I forget if she says this like maybe
people are
out
so
loud.
Obsessed with me. She says it in a confessional.
In the confessional, she's like, oh my God, like they can't keep my name out of their mouths. Like they are obsessed with me. I'm like, that's literally a line from Mean Girls.
Literally,
that is literally a line from Mean Girls from said Mean Girl. So I just something about I don't know what it is, Savannah. I don't know who. I mean, I guess we know who hurt you.
We know.
And maybe that mentality, maybe that like toxic one-upmanship mentality and like that horrible like workplace that she talks about, like exactly, just like really got in her bones, and that's just like how she sees competitiveness.
Some people are. Excuse me. We're struggling. The big city for us country mice. We're like
it's beating down on us hard.
No, I think about I think Savannah's a naturally competitive person, and then I
but the digs are not helping her case.
No. What do you think if Savannah doesn't get immunity next episode?
Ooh. You know, it's hard to say because I feel like...
Do you think...
I so often think I know where it's going to go, and then these people just listen to Rizzo. I'm sorry. Like, that... So, I don't know if Rizzo will, like, play his, like, work his magic again. Well, okay, and just be like, we really shouldn't get Savannah now. We should actually save her for later. Or like, I'm sure they can figure out a way to, like, twist it to not get her.
Okay, so... Okay.
Though, if she doesn't, they should absolutely get her.
Let's just say that they try their hardest, it doesn't work out. What do you feel like would be the battle formation that would form against Savannah? I feel like would Sage be like finally, because she had her big moment where she was like sitting grimacing through Shannon, biding her time, just waiting, planting the seed.
Yes.
And then she made her strike against Shannon, and it worked. Is she biding her time and waiting for Savannah to finally be available? And then Sage is going to be like, okay, let's figure this out.
Let's drop the hammer right now. I mean, I sure hope so.
So it would be Sage, Joel, Steven, Christina, and then it would be against it would be 4 against 4.
4 against 4.
But maybe they could get Sophie on their side.
I don't know.
Because the mean girl stuff, like she was mean to you.
Oh yeah, maybe they could, but then maybe Savannah could use her extra vote.
Exactly, but they don't. Not many people know about the extra vote. But no, I think if Savannah becomes available, if people are seeing like, okay, if Rizzo or Savannah end up on final tribal council, maybe they're like, Rizzo. Meh, he's got a baby. He's literally has a baby boy mustache right now. Starting. Anyway. I didn't want to make that like a dig against his facial hair. It's just I noticed it. What can I say? If Rizzo and Savannah end up at final tribal council, they're like, who's gonna get votes? Are they gonna be afraid of Savannah getting votes? Maybe, very possibly. Yeah. So I think maybe they could whip some against Savannah if she does not win immunity. But I do think it'll be tough to pull it through.
Yeah.
One person I know that's not going to be voting for Savannah anytime soon is Sophie.
Yeah.
And they had quite a little bonding moment in this episode.
Yeah, which is so funny, the idea of like bonding over, hey, I lied about what my occupation was. I'm actually this. I don't know why.
And by the way, I work in journalism.
Exactly.
I'm a reporter.
I know I said I work in, hey, Allison, I trust you. We've been in this game for a while, so
I haven't even told Rizzo this. Yeah,
I've never even told Rizzo this. I haven't told anybody. Just telling you. I know I said I worked in marketing, but I'm actually in journalism. It's like, okay. As a viewer, I'm like, okay, like great.
Yeah, a lot of people are like really getting their heads preseason about like what their, job is gonna like mean to people.
Yeah.
And I do think. Yeah, maybe if she just said she worked in journalism, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Maybe if they said if she was a reporter, they'd be like, oh, wow, she's good with words and she's investigative. I don't know. Yeah. I think it was a pretty low bar brand. Yeah. But they definitely, those two are number ones over Rizzo.
That's true. That is true, yes. The girls are working together, which I do like to see. Because again...
And the final 3 that they're working on is a Rizzo, Savannah, Sophie, final 3. Which who do you think out of those 3 would realistically win? Considering this group of people.
I'm kind of between Rizzo and Sophie. Just because Sophie was in that cursed Kaylee tribe.
And she's a survivor.
And if she ends up in the final... I think that's a great story. I think that's a great, I think she could, like, with her words, I think she could, like, create a very good arc for people to be like,
and
I was in the freaking
bottom,
I was star. Yeah.
That is secret for now, but we'll reveal it. And if she plays it any type of way successfully, that could end in her.
That could be a big move. Yeah. And that could be very exciting. So I think I'm leaning towards, if it was those 3, I think I'm leaning towards Sophie.
And not so much Savannah because of kind of a villainous piece? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think to her own detriment, she might have pissed off enough people
so
that
people
they maybe don't
on
vote
the
for
jury
her.
now, Nate would vote for, out of those 3, Nate would vote for Savannah. Probably.
Yeah.
And then MC would probably vote for Sophie, I
think.
And then Alex would vote for Sophie.
I think so.
Sophie?
I think so, yeah. Because they've been together longest. I think he would the most, like, see her arc, like, the strongest. I think
be like, I wanted an original Kella to win. That's so cool that a Kella won.
He's like, I was with her when we were out here starving. We were out here like, losing our minds, losing our shoes in the water. Yeah. Losing, like, fellow, like, tribe members. Like, I think out of everybody, he would definitely vote for Sophie.
Okay, well, cool. So we will see what happens next week.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Hopefully we will be podcasting on time. Please bear with us because
please.
I'm like so proud of us for us still doing it tonight.
Me too.
Because
I'm glad we did it.
We had some depleted moments today.
I was struggling today for sure. Yeah, I was feeling pretty sick yesterday. I was feeling better today, but again, it was just such a full day. Again, like an amazing day. We literally touched an elephant today.
I hugged an elephant today.
Allison hugged an elephant, and I awkwardly put my arm around it. Like,
we went on a hike. We had this beautiful breakfast. We had this beautiful lunch.
We had block printing.
We did block printing. Like, we went to this fortress.
Yeah. Like
hung out with an elephant.
Yeah. So I even though I was
more
feeling
shopping,
better, it was,
we shopped.
Oh my gosh, that last shop, wild.
Oh my God, I was like, I already bought a vest. Like I already bought something, and he just was like, one more thing, yes. And I'm like, brother, stop. Like,
he's like, well, what about a scarf? What about a bathrobe? And it's like, no,
we're good. Like I'm looking at it because I was considering. And then I'm like, I'm good. And then he would not stop
bringing stuff out like over and over again.
And I was like, I already bought something.
What about this? What about this? I'm like, no.
And I like gave him my eye, and I was like, sir, calm down. Yeah. Like I don't want to like, because there's those hawkers at like monuments and stuff that will like get in your face to try to sell you stuff, and you don't want to be like get like no thanks. Yeah. But sometimes you have to because they're like literally getting in your face.
That was this, yeah.
Yeah, and so anyway, blessings on his journey. I hope he makes a lot more sales. And I got a vest I'm really excited about, so we'll just leave it at that.
So yeah, just like a lovely, fun-filled day, but it was
it's the kind of day when you are dropped off at your hotel, you just fall into bed, don't talk to anyone, don't say anything, just close those little eyeballs.
Yes.
But guess what? After we end this recording, we are headed to the airport at midnight for a flight at 3 a.m. to land in Abu Dhabi at 6 a.m. And then we have an 8-hour layover. And then we go to Madrid.
Which is an 8-hour flight.
And then we're going backwards in time across the globe.
Yeah.
So we're going to be landing in Madrid somehow tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Somehow. I have no idea how.
With a 3-hour flight, a 8-hour layover, and an 8-hour flight.
Yeah. And then we're getting on the metro and finding an apartment.
Yeah.
It's just, it's daunting to think about.
Nina's going to witness my face slide off my face. She's going to like, we're going to be like tripping balls on life.
We really are.
Sober and tired. So yeah, it's going to be quite the thing.
Yeah.
But I was actually thinking of, so remember like earlier this season when they're like, we have brain fog. We can't do strategy. We're so tired. We're so depleted.
I can't even talk.
This is proof that when the time comes when we're so tired we can't do we feel like we can't podcast, but we say, you know what, we're gonna
do it anyway.
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it amazingly.
Woo!
So yeah, so there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If we missed anything obvious from this episode, just give us some grace.
Yes, give us some grace, or leave a comment. Like, leave a comment.
With your honest feedback, we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll maybe discuss the next episode.
Yeah, so watch us on YouTube at Chaotic Good Pod, or listen to us on Apple and Spotify. Follow us on Instagram at chaoticgood.pod. Follow us on TikTok at chaoticgoodpod. 5 stars, subscribe, all of that. All the support means so much because obviously we're working very hard on this project, even when we're supposed to be on vacation.
Exactly. Even halfway across the world, we're still doing this.
So thank you so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you very soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.